Hey guys, Keith here. I know it's been a few days, few weeks, I think, actually, since I posted last. I've just had a lot of this post surgery blues, I want to call it, and I may do a video just on that. But I got some news yesterday that really brought me down a little lower than I'd already been. As I've been laid up for about 6 weeks, just weak and sick and not feeling good, and and yesterday I felt the best I'd felt in 6 weeks. I checked my email, my personal email, and I don't get a whole lot there, eBay stuff, just some things from this channel a little bit maybe. And uh, and there's a message from my employer saying an exit packet to send my stuff back to them. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And so I messaged my manager, do you know something about this? What's going on here? Because I hadn't heard from anybody. Nobody called me. I had no calls, you know. Hadn't heard from anybody, and my manager reached out to me one time about 3 or 4 weeks after surgery or something like that, and wanted to know when I was coming back. And I told him, well, right now I'm out for the rest of the year, is what the doc said. Still doing therapy on the shoulder and that kind of thing. So anyway, I just hadn't checked emails. That's how not how they were contacting me before. My HR had always called me, and the last call I got from them was back in September, now it's been a month ago. And they said, everything's approved, your long-term disability, all that stuff. So anyway, so my boss says, well, there was an email that went out on the 10th, and they said you didn't have some paperwork filled out, and they've let you go. I got fired 8 days ago, just found out yesterday. That's a little weird, okay? Because there's an ADA, it's a American Disability Act. And it's paperwork. Actually, your physician's supposed to send that in, right? And I'd called my physician. They said they filled it all out. Matter of fact, they give me copies of it too. They, faxed it to my insurance company. I called the insurance company. I said, "You need anything else? You got everything you need?" "Yep, we got it all." Well, I found out today from my HR that I had 4 claims with that insurance company, because you got short-term disability, you got the ADA, you got FMLA, and long-term. I said, this is the first I've heard about it. Because I've got so much paperwork from this car wreck, and from insurance. I've got so many claims going on with insurance companies, and now my health insurance and car insurance and his car insurance, all this stuff, crazy stuff. And I mean, just you about got to be a lawyer to figure it all out. And I'm like, why didn't somebody call me and say, hey, you got 2 weeks or you're going to be fired? You got 3 weeks. Something. They sent me an email. Didn't call me, sent me an email on the 10th and said, you got to the 15th of October to come back, which I'm not ready to come back. I'm still in therapy. I still don't have any use of this arm at all. And I'm already, I'm out for the end of the year. It's what my insurance showed. So anyway, they sent me an email and give me 5 days. And I didn't check my email because, like I say, maybe that's on me. I don't know, but I'm like, come on. I've been there. I've been working there 3 years. Prior to that, I worked there 10 years in another department. And I'm like, my managers, HR, nobody's got the decency to call me and say, hey, your job's in jeopardy. I even messaged my manager back in October, because I take it back, August. I messaged her because HR said, you're not going to be protected. FMLA is what I think protects your job. And after 90 days, they can't protect it. Well, August was, 90 days was passed. So I said, well, who makes that decision? Well, your management does. I said, okay, well, I think I'll be all right, because I think they want me there. So I messaged my management and I said, is my job in danger? Because HR said this. And my manager gives me a thumbs up. That's what she sent me, a thumbs up. And I'm like, that's not an answer to my question. I said, can you call me, please? Ghosted me. Ghosted me. So then I sent out a message to her and the other manager, which we're on a chat together with. And I said, hey, I'm having surgery on this day. I don't know what else I said. That was kind of about it, I guess. But I've kept them up to date. I called them from the ambulance when I had the car wreck. I texted them. I texted both my managers at 11 o'clock at night, sitting in an ambulance, hurting like a dickens, to say, I'm not sure I'll be into work tomorrow. I called them that week. I mean, I've kept them every time I had an MRI, I had a CAT scan, I had a doctor's appointment. Everything I've had, I let them know where I was at. And then suddenly they started ghosting me. They started not, and I got worried back in August. And then here I get an email. An email. Who gets fired from through an email? Who does that? You know, because I hadn't done anything wrong. It's just your ADA paperwork, American Disability Act paperwork, didn't come through from your physician, so we're letting you go. And it's like, you can't. Okay, I mean, I can call them again and try to get it, but I did. I called the insurance company. They said it was there. Well, it's probably another claim number, you know. And because anyway, it's just a big ordeal. I feel like I'm gonna ramble and I'm gonna get mad again, you know, because I was trying to be really nice, not trying to burn a bridge. Not that I would ever work for these people again, because there's no compassion whatsoever, no consideration, and no communication. The three C's that are important in any kind of relationship as far as that goes. But it's like, you can't tell me that somebody couldn't call me. I mean, if I did something big wrong, you know, if I'd really done something bad. Hey, Keith, you need, you know, here's what you did. We're letting you go. But because of a technicality, because my physicians didn't get some paperwork in, I realize it's policy. I'm not saying that, you know, but I'm just saying, why couldn't you have messaged me and said, because the last message I got from HR was a voicemail. I still got it. And she said, okay, and I may have said this already, your long-term disability has been approved. You're good to go. And I told her today, I said, why didn't you say at the end of that, oh, but your ADA still hasn't come through yet? Because this is August. I could have still, didn't say nothing about it. Just let it go. And then sent me a little email. Ooh, maybe you won't see it. That's what it feels like. I feel like they wanted me out for some reason. Whether they found out maybe they don't need me as bad, they're cutting the budget, I don't know. You know, but either way, it sucks. And the worst manager, I mean, they should get the worst manager award if there is one, and the worst company award. Really, it's ridiculous. And I'm not going to name names or anything like that, but it's just you know, I mean, part of me's like relieved a little bit, because like, I don't want to work for somebody like this. You know, I don't want to be a part of an organization like this. I don't even want my name associated with the organization because of how they do people. And not just me. It's not just that. I've seen my managers, how she and the other manager, how they treat the employees. You know, I mean, they don't talk to them either. They don't communicate worth a damn. I mean, they're terrible. The manager that hired me back a few years ago, she was great. She'd been there for a long time, and she was a great person, and she retired and everything. But the new ones come in, and they're horrible. And you know, it's sad. And so I don't really have a lot of advice for you tonight. I guess I'm just venting a little bit here. Oh my goodness! But you know, I could use some prayers. I need some guidance here, what to do with my life. At 60 years old, I had a car wreck in May, torn rotator cuff, couldn't work, couldn't lift that shoulder at all to do anything. And then they said, well, you're going to have surgery. It took a while to get surgery. Then I got surgery, and now I'm in worse shape right now. And I realize, you know, it's a healing process. It'll be a while. But right now I'm in worse shape than I was, you know, after the wreck. And doing therapy, therapy's going good and all that stuff, but not in pain, not having the pain, not on pain meds or anything. So I'm sleeping a little better now, you know, and things like that, and getting some things lined out. But it's just been a hell of a year. And then now I get fired? Like, good Lord. It's like, how much can he take? Come on. How much can he take at 60 years old? Just turned 60 in August, you know. And you know, I'm gonna have fun with it. I don't care. I may do a lot more videos like this. You let me know if you like these. I know we're kind of talking about a lot of, you know, widow stuff and widower stuff and singles and dating and things like that. But we may talk a little bit about jobs and managers and you know, what it takes to be a good manager, because I got some tips on that I won't share tonight. But anyway, I could use your prayers, and and whatever, your thoughts, your prayers, whatever, and just send me some good vibes this way, because I need a job, or I need to start my own business or something, But anyway, I'm gonna have fun with it. I ain't shed no tears or nothing like that. It's been more frustrating just because of the, like I say, inconsideration. It's just like I feel like I deserved a phone call from somebody to say, hey, we're getting ready to let you go tomorrow, even, we're letting you go in an hour, something. But an email, that I didn't, like I say, I didn't see it until it was too late. And now I guess there's no going back at this point. I mean, they said, oh, I could apply again. I'm like, shit, ain't no way, not doing it. I like I say, don't want to be a part of something like this, and I'm embarrassed. I'll be honest with you, I'm embarrassed that I was a part of it for the time that I was. It really just, it's one of them things, like you feel like you did something wrong, like you've been a part of a gang or something, or part of, I don't know, part of some, evil crime, group or something, that and you just feel dirty. You just feel icky about it. Feel like you did something bad, and it's just. And I don't mean that everybody's like that. There's some good people that works there, great people that works there, good friends of mine. But the overall, the management and some of the things, the policies and things like that, just the way things are handled. I say policies are okay. It's the way things are carried out. And having communication and being able to just talk to somebody on the phone and reach out to somebody, man to man, man to woman, face to face, whatever. I know we're remote, so we don't do face to face unless you do a video chat, but a phone call, just to hear a voice. Because I tried to get my manager to call me 2 or 3 times from August till now. And like I said, one time she ghosted me, never even responded to it. The next time she told me she's in meetings all day. And I'm like, and I didn't say, I was like, okay. And I'm thinking, you're in meetings all day tomorrow too? And the next day you ain't got 5 minutes? You got 10 employees counting me. There's like 20 in our department, but there's 2 managers. And she's over about 10 of us. The other one's over about 10. It's a small amount. And she don't have 5 minutes for me. I'm a good employee. I'm a good worker. I got a great evaluation. Back in August, actually. She didn't do the evaluation with me. I don't know why she didn't even call me about that. She just sent it, did it on my work computer. I wouldn't even have seen it. I signed on to work, which, like I said, I haven't been working, but I signed on there anyway and checked it. And it was a great evaluation. I'd done a great job. I was a leader. I was doing all this stuff. But that's how you treat your employees, your leaders, your hard workers. Sad. Anyway, I hope you work for somebody great. Maybe you work for yourself. Maybe you work for the Lord. We all should work for the Lord, because He's a great boss, But I may work for Him and just me, you know what I mean? Just answer to this guy right here, because I'm a pretty good boss sometimes, I don't know how hard I'll be on myself, but anyway. I appreciate y'all tuning in as always. And if you got any tips for me, let me know. Got any job offers or anything, business opportunity, let me know. Appreciate y'all tuning in. If you could give us a thumbs up on this, subscribe to us if you like, and check out our other videos. We'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks.